ladies and gentlemen, to Military History Chronicles. Today, it's a little bit of a special type of a Military History Chronicles. It has nothing to do with military history, but it does have to do with history. We're going to get into SpaceX's Starship launch of IFT, Integrated Test Flight number 3. Love talking about space stuff, especially Will B. Will B had his grandfather work for the Apollo program. So I think this is going to be kind of near and dear to his heart when he decides to join. Yes, that is a good assumption there, Aaron. Yes, I will be jumping over to NorCal Sports Network tomorrow. Speaking of which, yesterday's episode was epic. Man, that was a good episode. That was a lot of fun. But we'll get into that when we go over there. But yes, today, I'm going to bring up Twitter. Yeah, that's the best way to look at some of these videos without getting hammered with with copyrights or getting blacked out or something, because I think people should be able to see this stuff, because I mean, it never gets old. Here, let me preface this. You know, when I was born in 1973, right at the end of the Apollo program. But when I was a kid, I was able to see what was going on with the space shuttle. You know, that was the biggest thing at that time, with the space shuttle, which is absolutely fantastic. I mean, that's special in its own right because of what it was able to do. And, you know, it was a space plane, right? Whoever saw that before? A space plane. But it's absolutely fantastic. Come up, you know, it takes off, gets into orbit, and then lands either at Edwards or at Cape Canaveral. It's fantastic. But one thing I always miss was being able to witness the Apollo program, because that was just kind of like the epitome of the space program up to that point, right? This is the rocket that took men to the moon. I mean, it's just fantastic, and how quick they were able to do that successfully, you know, with a very minimal loss of life. Because, you know, when you're undertaking space exploration, it's a high risk environment, right? If I'm not mistaken, I think the Apollo program, they only had the 3 astronauts that unfortunately passed away during testing of one of the capsules. There was a small spark in a pure oxygen environment, and the whole thing just engulfed. And unfortunately, yeah, we lost 3. Who was it? Gus Grissom, Ed White, and I cannot remember the third one. Yes, Apollo 1, correct. And I can't remember who that third astronaut was. Nick, you may be able to know, because you're pretty good at this stuff as well. But it's just fantastic just to see how, I mean, what we're witnessing with SpaceX, okay? And what you'll see a lot of people out there. I'll use Vince Russo's moniker for myself and Dan. There's a bunch of Debbie Downers out there when it comes to SpaceX. They're not understanding the whole process. Look, we're witnessing firsthand testing. All right. This isn't a fully operational rocket yet. They're going through the motions of trying to iron out all the problems, make sure it is a safe vehicle, that it can accomplish the mission. That's what it's about. There it is. Yep. Grissom, Ed White, and there you go, Chaffee. Thanks, Nick. Appreciate it. Yeah, they were testing. Yeah, they couldn't get on time before it burned. Yeah, it was sad. Really sad. But that's what SpaceX is doing. It's unbelievable what they're able to do. If you watch SpaceX, look at the history of SpaceX. As a matter of fact, hey, Nick, I don't know if I saw this on my Twitter, aka Frank, on the timeline. Today was the 22nd anniversary of the establishment of SpaceX. Yeah, I had no idea that's what it was. So that's a little bit of gee whiz information. But one thing that SpaceX has done under the leadership of Elon Musk, you know, think what you may of him. The guy is the dude's you want to talk about American ingenuity. I mean, he exemplifies that. But he tests through iteration, right? By iteration, you go out there. He has no issues of blowing stuff up as long as it's leading to forward progress. That's just the way he is. And if you look at the Falcon 9 program, I don't know how many people you guys know out there know about the Falcon 9, But that's the workhorse now, right now. That is what is launching all pretty much. What is it? I think 90% of all um, deliveries to space is being done by SpaceX with the Falcon 9. I mean, it's unbelievable what this and the cadence that they're having. I mean, it's incredible. I mean, I wish my dad was alive to see this because he was fascinated with space as well. But when you watch a Falcon 9 take off, right? Yeah, it was 100 last year. Yep. You watch them take off, and then when they do an RTLS, and that stands for Return to Landing Station, I think, or Launch Station, or something like that. So it's somewhere around there. Basically, the booster flies back, coasts down, right? Basically, it coasts down, it boosts back, coasts down. It fires up its engines initially to prevent it from being burnt up through coming through the atmosphere. Basically, when you're firing up the engines, it's acting as a heat shield. And then just before it lands, it fires off its other engines, and then the landing legs deploy, and it lands. It's amazing. And if they don't do it, if they don't land back of where it launched from, they got drone ships out in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean that land on the drone ships out in the middle of the ocean. I mean, it's just absolutely amazing what they could do with this. Absolutely amazing. If you guys ever get a chance, go just look at the SpaceX YouTube or just online. I mean, it's incredible what they could do. But anyways, with this with Starship, this is the biggest rocket that has ever been built. The biggest one. This is the rocket that is going to return man back to the moon. And of course, the long-term goal is going to be, being able to actually land astronauts on Mars. Something that Elon Musk has always said when he first started SpaceX is he wants to make the human species a multi-planetary species. So this is one of his goals that he wants to achieve, which is fantastic. All right, with that being said, let's take a look at some of this footage. Unbelievable. Here we go. Actually, let's go with this one here. Let's go with the takeoff here. Actually, what did I just do here? Didn't want that one. No. There's a few. Oh, who's this? Let me see. Let's do this one. Now, let's do this one. Oh, stand by, guys. I'm going to find the right one here. Let me search. Boom, 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 boom. This one right here. Here we go. Let's start here. Let's pause it and get it shared. All right, there you go. Okay. This doesn't, okay. It really doesn't do it justice as far as scale. But, oh my gosh. Oh, hey, Nick, real quick. What is the specifications? I know it's 30 feet wide. Okay. The diameter of this rocket is 30. Actually, I think specifically, I think it's 33, right? 33 feet wide. Yeah. Scott Manley is not I know, but he was impressed with this, but, and I can't remember how tall it is. It's at 100. I think it's 150 meters tall, something like that. I can't remember. It's huge. And at the bottom of this rocket, okay, let's point this out real quick. Okay, this right here, from where it's silver all the way down to the bottom, okay, and then you see it's all frosted up because it's loaded with liquid oxygen and liquid nitrogen, nice and frosty. This booster, and I kind of talked about this when I covered integrated flight test number 2, but it's got 33 Raptor engines, all right, and it puts out, oh gosh, I can't even remember, an ungodly amount of tons of thrust, right? And I think they don't use it by thrust. I think they go something else, but yeah, it's the most powerful rocket in the world. And then sitting on top is what they call a ship. That is ship 28. They number it by just how many they've made. So the next one that's gonna go take off, probably, I'm thinking maybe something early this summer, maybe late spring. We'll see. And the next one will be ship 29. So what happens is this will launch, and then this will take off and continue on. And this booster is going to do the same thing that the Falcon 9s are doing, where it boosts back, comes back, and tries to land. They weren't too successful in that today, but hey, they got a lot further than what they have. We'll get into it a little bit, but hey, let's listen to this.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
That's just so freaking awesome. Oh. Unbelievable. Okay, we're going to get into more here. We'll get more into here. That's just that's just coming from the tower. There's other pictures out there of here, let's do this one. Oh man, I just love this stuff. Yeah, the plume is bigger than the rocket itself. 29 feet. Okay, there you go. 390. Yeah, so about 150 meters, right? Right around there, just over. Here we go. Let's go back. It sounds a little bit delayed. Unbelievable. NSF, guys, if you guys haven't subscribed to NASA Spaceflight, do it. They're fantastic in this coverage. Look at the plume. Huge. Oh. Fantastic. Look at oh, okay. This is funny. This is over on the Mexican side of the border here. Because it's right. This rocket where they build it and launch it is literally across the river from Mexico. Look at that. You see the little reverberations? Those are the shock waves affecting the steam of the rocket engines hitting the water, because they use water to deaden some of the thrust that's coming out of that rocket, so it doesn't destroy the entire launch pad. Look at that thing. That is just incredible. That is just, man. Golly, oh, the Daylight, my favorite steam locomotive. All right, let's see. Oh, here we go. Let's get into this. Actually, let's do this first. Again, NASA Spaceflight, man. That's a fantastic. This camera is, gosh, I'm not sure how far, but it's funny. It actually tips up on the end and actually tracks, even though it's fallen, it'll track the rocket. It's pretty funny. Oh, look at that. It just overmodulates the sound. Look at that. You can see all 33 Raptors, man. You know what? Let's just get into this one.
How does it still have signal?
Look at this.
The crowd here in Hawthorne.
The heat shield tiles doing their work. We talked about it earlier.
That is the ship. After it has separated from the booster, it took about a 40-minute flight. It was supposed to land to the west of it's not really landing, but that's what they called it. It landed to the west of Australia. But this is what it was doing this is what it looks like when a spacecraft re-enters the atmosphere. As you can see, it's not quite ideal against, because when you see all these heat tiles, those are the heat shield, or the heat tiles, which forms the shield, just like it was with the space shuttle. Of course, it's a little bit different, but it's the same theory. That's what absorbs all the heat when it re-enters the atmosphere.
Here, up to 2,600 degrees Fahrenheit, that those heat shield tiles are dissipating as we are re-entering.
Yeah, now this was one of the critical, or rather the key mission objectives that we were hoping to
look at that. You can see the plasma forming. Actually, there are better ones up here, I think. Oh, I think I went too far, guys. Hold on. Yeah, here we go. You can see the plasma. See the plasma starting to build up?
Down.
That's the plasma building up.
Like we said, this plasma field is HD view. We hope to maintain these views throughout. Starship is so big that we're hoping that the plasma field doesn't entirely blanket the entire vehicle. Right now, it is not. The Starlinks are
Views brought to you by Starlink.
Yeah, the Starlinks are still communicating and still capturing the data and the video that we see here. I mean, Shiva, this is just absolutely incredible views.
Look at the clouds
We've
just
never seen
flying by.
anything like this before. This is the biggest flying object ever in space.
Absolutely, Kate. And it's important to note with the ascent burn that we did was to get us to orbital velocities, even though we were on a nearly orbital trajectory. So the heating and the loads that Starship is going through right now are what it would be getting if it were recovering from an orbital mission. And just the fact that we have views through entry, this is incredible.
Yeah. Again, this is the furthest and fastest that Starship has ever flown. And you can definitely tell by the crowd here in Hawthorne.
The heat shield tiles doing their work. We talked about it earlier. Up to 2,600 degrees Fahrenheit that those heat shield tiles are dissipating as we.
Unbelievable. And as you can see right there, 26,000 kilometers a miles and 26,000 kilometers an hour. It's going at Mach 25 when it re-enters the atmosphere. Oh, just unbelievable. Unbelievable. Let's see what I think we saw that one already. Oh yeah, here it is. There it is, 22 years apart. SpaceX was founded and first incorporated March 14th, 2002. So you go from this, and that's Elon over here, by the way, with some maracas, and then to this. It's unbelievable. Oh, here we go.
Boost back burn.
Okay, guys. Okay, we saw the launch, right? Well, this is what they call hot staging. What hot staging is right here. Where the grid fins are, just above the grid fins, you can see a little bit of a line right here. Right? It's hard to see, actually. They got what they call a hot staging ring. So what it could do is the ship can fire up its 6 engines while it's still connected to the booster. Normally, during what they call stage sep or stage separation, the booster would fall away. And at that time, the ship would then be able to fire up its engines. But they fire up its engines while still connected to the booster. Here we go. Bump this up a little bit more.
Burn setting it up for eventual splash.
And over here, it tells you how many engines are firing on the booster. 3 engines. Now it's firing up. Booster goes away. It's firing up the center engines.
Burn setting it up.
What it does is then when it boosts, you can see it start pushing away. And when it pushes away, all these center engines over here will ignite for what they call the boost back. So it can get back to where it wants to land. And you'll see at the very end, you'll see all 6 indicators of the engines lighting on the ship over here.
For eventual splashdown in the Gulf of Mexico.
And you can see the plume. And there it goes. And there goes the engine. See, it's starting to push away now.
Boost back burn setting.
Oh, look at this. Actually, I think this photo, it's James Lucas. He does a lot of cool photography and videos. This was from IFT-2, but that's what it looks like. That's all 33 Raptor engines. Oh. More of the plasma. And there we go. And then you got the F-22. Whew, look at that thing. Another beautiful piece of flying equipment there. Anyways, well, there you go. Looks like my torchlight. Yeah, try to light something with that. Oh my gosh, what's up, Matt? Good to see you. But yeah, I mean, it's just absolutely fantastic. And there was a couple of objectives that they wanted to achieve here. Of course, launching. That's the important thing, being able to get it off the launch pad without nuking the pad. Stage separation, which they were able to achieve. They were able to boost back with the booster without it blowing up, because the last time when they tried to do the boost back, they had issues with one of the Raptor engines, and it detonated the booster. But it was able to boost back. It got oriented to where it wanted to land. When it wanted to relight, because it's going to relight, I think 3. I'm not mistaken. I think 3 Raptor engines are supposed to relight. And there's some footage out there. If you go to the NASA space flight on their YouTube, You could actually see that where it's coming down, and it ignites for a couple of seconds, and then it's gone. But the thing is, as soon as they ignited, you could see the green. When you see green flame, that means the engine is eating itself up, and basically it's not providing any type of thrust. And unfortunately, the booster impacted the ocean instead of at a nice cozy pace to where it could have a soft landing on the water. It wind up just impacting the water and kaboom. Yes, Teb. Yep, exactly. Hey, what's up, Glenn? Good to see you, man. Just talking about Starship, man. They had their third test launch today, so we're getting into that. So that was it for the booster. Now, ship was able to achieve orbital velocity, which it wasn't able to do last time. So all that was fine. I noticed in the coverage, and Nick, I don't know if you know about this. Remember how they started rotating? The ship was rotating. On the NASA space flight, they said it might be a method, what they call barbecuing, to manage the heat load. I don't know if that's what it was, to be honest with you. I think there were some issues with that, the way it was rolling. But it did. But there was a couple of things it wanted to do. It did the ascent. The Raptor engines were able to do the ascent stage of the flight. They are able to open up the what they call the Pez dispenser. It's a door that's on the actual ship. It's going to be used to deploy more Starlink satellites. So they tested that door, and it opened and closed just fine. They also tested fuel transfer, which is huge. Now, it doesn't seem that really important, but in outer space, to be able to accomplish fuel transfer, yeah, there you go. When you get to fuel, that was a success. I think that was a success in balancing or being able to do fuel transfer. Oh, maybe it. Okay, so maybe during the fuel transfer, it created an imbalance, and maybe it created that spin. Maybe that's possible. But they were able to accomplish fuel transfer, because they're going to have to do that. If you're going to go to Mars or even the moon, you're going to have what they're going to have is they're going to have ships in orbit that are going to be nothing but basically fuel stations. So then when another starship comes up, or I should say ship, it will connect with the orbiting ship. They'll be able to transfer fuel and then continue on its way. So that's one of the big things that they wanted to accomplish, which was great. And then one of the last things they wanted to do was to relight the engine for its descent. But I guess they didn't have I guess there were some issues with trying to relight the engine, so they couldn't relight it. That kind of I'm sure that probably played a part in why the ship wasn't able to re-enter. Because what happened was, even though it re-entered the atmosphere, it did not follow the flight path that they wanted. It basically burnt up in the atmosphere, and the rest hit the ocean. But all in all, huge success for SpaceX today. We'll see what they do on the next one with IFT-4. Maybe let's see if they actually deploy satellites. Maybe they're going to try to do that, and hopefully they're able to get the booster to get a nice soft water landing, because that's what they're going to do first. Because ultimately, I don't know if you guys saw the launch pad. You saw those big giant black, what they call chopsticks. The booster is going to come back. The booster, that big giant silver, I'm going to say the silver item. So if those of you don't know, that big booster is going to fly back, and those chopsticks are going to catch that booster. Yes, it's going to catch that booster. The reason for that is the goal is to have rapid reuse. So basically the goal is, hey, launch a starship or launch a ship, booster comes back, it goes through a bit of a post flight, they fuel it back up, and they launch another one. I mean, that's the ultimate goal of this spacecraft, which is it's just incredible to think that they're actually, on their way to be able to accomplish these goals. Dude, where is you must rip all this knowledge? Hey, thanks, Lynn. I appreciate it, man. I just love this kind of stuff. Just love it. Environmentalists will soon be suing. No, I don't want to worry about that. I mean, space flight's been going on for a while. They tried before they got to even this level, but they were able to get through it. Yeah, look, NASA needs this to happen. NASA needs SpaceX to succeed, so there is no way the government is going to get involved in this one. No way, especially with the issues that the SLS. Now the SLS is the NASA rocket that is supposed to also go to the moon. They're working hand in hand. NASA and SpaceX are hand in hand and working together and trying to get to the moon right now. That's the first goal. But yeah, I mean, goodness, being able to just see some of this coverage is just, it's incredible watching this stuff. Gosh, I wish there was others. You know what? Let me see. Let me see. Maybe I could get some in here. Maybe I could get some in here. Which one was this one? That's not the one I wanted. Fantastic photos. Is this the one? Yeah, this is the one. Yeah, this is pretty cool. Here we go. Some more yeah, the Japanese, it didn't get very far before it blew up. Yeah. I think it got maybe about 100, 200 feet in the air and kaboom. All right, here we go. This is again courtesy of NASA Spaceflight. They're fan. Woo! Now watch these yucca plants. Here's the shockwaves. See the shockwaves? Here they come. You can see it reverberating. And boom. And there goes the camera. There goes the rocket. You can see it just glowing there. It looks like a sun. That is so awesome. It was supposed to be a static camera just facing the launch pad, but it blew it over. But it blew it over in such a way you could watch that thing just go. Fantastic. Look at that. Still tracking it. Get that dust out of the way. I think that's about it. No, already saw that. Already saw that. Let's see if I could get a better one. Oh, yeah. There you go. Thanks, Nick. Here we go. Hold on one second. Let me blow this up. All right, Nick, here we go. Here's a video. This is over here down below. This is what they call the cargo door. It's the Pez dispenser. This thing will open up. What it's gonna do in future missions, it's gonna allow SpaceX to deploy their space Starlink satellites for the whole basically outer space internet. Here we go. And there you go. It's hard to tell how far it's opening up. Was that when it was opening, or I think that was when it was closing, wasn't it? Yeah, it's hard to see. It's hard to see. This might have been the actual part right there. That is incredible. Incredible. What do we got here? Let me go to some more here. That's I don't want the slow-mo one. There are so many posts of this. One thing I don't understand, SpaceX doesn't have anything on their damn. Wait, hold on. Wait, let me check their. Hold on. Let me check their website. I know under YouTube they don't have any of the footage from today, which is weird. Here we go. Let's see if we got here. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Hold on one second. Okay, here we go. Okay, here we go. Found it. Should have gone here. Let me give this a courtesy of good old SpaceX. I don't want to be on their bad side. All right. Here we go. This is off of their actual website though. This is not off of YouTube. This is straight off their website. So let's check this out. Here we go. This is about 29 seconds.
Past the 40-second hold.
Go for launch.
Flight Director Ty Huntington telling the team we are go for launch. So 20 seconds to go. Let's listen in.
T-minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4,
There's water.
3, 2, 1.
Look at that thing just go. Look how quick it gets off. That is something. That is clearing a tower in no time. And look at this drone. This is a drone. Oh, man. That is so cool, man. Man. Look at that. Look at that view. This is the point. This is where it connects to the chopsticks when they want to lift it, put it on the launch pad, and where
30 seconds into flight, we are feeling the rumble. We are seeing 33 out of 33 Raptor engines ignited on the Super Heavy booster.
Gulf of Mexico out here.
Avionics power.
Out here is San Padre Island.
Acquisition of signal, Corpus Christi.
Continuing to get good call outs. Our trajectory looking nominal, systems looking nominal. Just amazing to see all 33 lit up once again.
Padre Island. Right. Gonna go up to the higher level clouds.
At this point, we've already passed through max Q, that maximum dynamic pressure.
Look at that.
And passing supersonic, so we're now moving faster than the speed of sound. Getting those onboard views from the ship cameras.
Look at that.
Oh, now the next
so
major
cool,
milestone
man.
is going to be a hot staging maneuver. Again, we're going to be doing that in just about 90 seconds. To do that, we're going to shut down all but the 3 center Raptor engines on Super Heavy. That'll be our MECO, our most engines cut off. And then the clamps holding the 2 stages together are going to release. Starship second stage will ignite its engines, the RVACs first, the sea levels right after that. The sea level engines will be splayed or just kind of pointed out at about a 15-degree angle. So if you look close and we get good tracking, you might be able to see those center right after.
Super Heavy is the booster.
And so those 6 engines will push Starship off of the booster. All right, counting down now. We're going to be coming up right at around the 3-minute mark on that hot staging maneuver. Again, we'll see the booster engines start to shut down. You'll see all but 3 lights go out in the middle.
Look at that high
and we'll
definition.
see
Again,
the engines ignite on ship, pushing it away.
There we go. They're gonna
and that will start carrying
here.
the ship into space. Booster will start to do its flip and then move into the boost back burn, setting it up for eventual splashdown in the Gulf of Mexico.
Stage separation.
And there's the stage set. Boom. And there goes the booster. That's the booster over here. The booster is coming back. Well, you can't sit here, and the ship is continuing on.
Hot staging confirmed.
There goes the booster. See, it's
Booster's
flying
now
back.
making its way back,
flying
seeing
back
6 engines ignited
towards
on
the coast
ship.
of Texas.
Kate, we got a Starship on its way to space and a booster on the way back to the Gulf.
Oh man, I need a moment to pick my jaw up from the floor because these views are just stunning. These are live views from Starship.
This is the booster.
First stage is currently performing the
Ship
boost.
avionics, power and telemetry nominal.
Good there. News informing us that the second stage or the ship, everything
These
looking
grid
good, nominal
fins will
there.
help it direct
First stage is
and helps
currently
it kinda
performing the
glide
boost
down.
back burn,
Kinda
expecting
direct
that
it
to
to a
last
certain
about
extent
1
once
minute.
it gets to the
That
lower
boost
end.
back
Chamber
burn.
pressure is nominal.
That boost back burn propels the booster back towards the coast, taking it to a landing in the waters of the Gulf of Mexico. We're only using the Super Heavy boosters 13 center engines from here on out. As whenever they relight, you'll be able to see that in the left bottom corner. Those are the ones that can gimbal. In other words, they move and change direction in order to change the thrust to steer the first stage back to Earth. Wow, these are just incredible views coming to us. Everything is looking good for both the first stage on the left-hand side of your screen or the Super Heavy booster,
blows up
as
there a
well
little
as on the right-hand side of your screen, that is Starship, or we also refer to that as the ship. Now, the boost back burn was the first of 2 burns required to return it to Earth. The next one will be the landing burn, where all 13 center engines will initially ignite and then transition into a 3-engine burn to help slow it down. Now, just as a reminder of the stage 1 test objectives, we're looking for controlled ascent, which we have so far. Stage separation, which gorgeous. We cruised right through it, as well as
on a nominal trajectory.
good news there telling us that the path that Starship is on is good. Now, Starship's second stage is still firing its engines, and as you heard, following planned flight path. The ship objectives, we're looking for hot staging, again, cruised right through that. We're looking to demonstrate controlled
see the
ascent
orientation
as
of the
well
booster
as
here.
orbital insertion. Now, the bottom right-hand corner of your screen shows the ship engine graphics, so be sure to keep an eye on those.
Yep, Kate, like this is just a phenomenal test so far. Super Heavy is performing beautifully today. It's on its return leg of the journey. Ship continuing to burn its 6 engines, those larger circles, the Raptor vacuum engines, the inner circles, the Raptor sea level engines. We're about 30 seconds away, just under 30 seconds away from the start of the boost back burn. Excuse me, the landing burn on the booster. You can see the grid fins rotating. Those hypersonic grid fins are guiding us through the atmosphere back towards our splashdown site. Again, we're going for a for a splashdown, a soft splashdown. So for landing burn, we're going to expect to see the 13 center engines light, rapidly bring down the booster's velocity, and then just the 3 in the center for splashdown.
And it's
Let's see if that'll
losing
work.
it right there.
We're getting a few engines.
See the green, and then it impacted the water. Right
So for landing
there,
burn,
it
we're going to expect to
impacted
see the
water. I'll show
13
this
center
real quick.
engines light,
Right at
rapidly
the
bring
end.
down the booster's velocity, and then just the 3 in the center for splashdown. Let's see if that'll work.
Right, those grid fins are trying to
We're
work.
getting a few engines.
And then right there's the water.
And acquisition.
Awesome. Awesome, man. Love that stuff. Love it. Yeah, those grid fins come alive. Yeah, once it gets lower into the atmosphere. They were trying to work, but those engines need to light up. You see the indications of the engines didn't even light up on the left-hand side. Supposed to get those 13 engines, the 13 center engines supposed to light up. Then it's supposed to transition just to the 3 for a soft landing. But for some reason, I don't know, there's some issue. Have you noticed that, Nick? Also, with the ship, when it tried to do its relight, there was issues with that. There's something that they're going to have to figure out with the relight. I think, honestly, I think if those Raptor engines, if they relit, there would be no issue. There'd be no issue. But they'll figure it out. Andrew, what's up, man? How you doing? Gosh, haven't seen you in forever. Good to see you back. You coming back for good old Giants baseball, huh? We'll be going over there here at 8:30. We'll be doing NorCal again. Yeah. Hope to see you over there, man. Hope everything's well in Scotland. Man, I missed that place. That was want to go back. Want to go back. Oh, thanks, Andrew. That was a lot of fun. It really was, man. That was a lot of fun. Even though, may not agree with him, but boy, that just the interaction and just the type of content that we were able to give out there was great. And that maybe, but I think it was supposed to relight even before it became unstable, Nick. You know what I'm saying? I think it was if you noticed, it started getting unstable right around the time that they should have relit. No, he did make good points. I may not agree with him, but he made good points. No doubt about it. No doubt about it. I'm sure we'll talk a little bit more about that. Right? Yeah, that's what I was thinking, Nick. But yeah, it was close. Yeah, that was awesome. Man, I wanted to see it land. I didn't see any footage of it impacting the ocean. I don't know if there was anyone out there. I mean, because it was out in the middle of the ocean. So, yeah. What's that? Agreed last night. CNN spent 5 hours fact checking it. Yeah, I haven't seen nothing out there either. I now know why wrestling is an entertainment business. Ah, that's funny. That's funny. Oh, yeah, exactly, Andrew. Man, you hit the nail on the head. Space exploration is fun again. Perfect. Exactly. That's one thing. I don't know how it's been in the UK, but especially here in the United States, that was something that people really got behind. If there's anything that we need in this damn world today is to have some type of outlet where everyone could get behind, right? Where everyone could get behind, have a little sense of pride and not just pride, but just be wowed by what you can do out there. Man, I agree with you there, Nick. I agree with you there, Nick. As a matter of fact, Andrew, I think they're getting ready to build a spaceport out there in the UK somewhere. If I'm not mistaken, I think they are. And I think if I'm not mistaken, I thought it was supposed to be in Scotland. I think. If I'm not mistaken. But gosh, like I said, I always wished I was able to, be able to witness the Apollo program, but now we're able to sit here as our new generation here. We're able to see kind of the new way. Basically, this is the Apollo program, except it's just different technology, but it's the same thing. You're trying to achieve a goal and watching it unfold is just absolutely incredible. All right, what else we got out there? Oh, and matter of fact, I think SpaceX, they were supposed to have another Falcon 9 was supposed to launch today. SpaceX, man, they don't take breaks for nothing. That's for sure. But I guess it got scrubbed. Yeah, Shetland, the Shetland Islands, right? There you go. There you go. You'll be able to see that I don't know how far away you are from Shetland, but yeah, you might be able to still see it though. I don't know what type of direction they would fly from there. Yeah, it's scrubbed. I guess the strong back wouldn't retract. Yeah, that's what it is, Andrew. me see what we got in here real quick. Oh, what do we got here? Let's see. I'm just going to look real quick. We'll get into that. Wow. Not going to get into that. I don't know. I want it to be a feel good one today. I'm not going to get into all of the crap. What is this? Bill Nelson sent out a tweet. Congrats to SpaceX on a successful test flight. Starship has soared into the heavens. Together we are making great strides through Artemis, which is the SLS program, to return humanity. Well, Artemis is actually both SpaceX and SLS. To return humanity to the moon and then look onward to Mars. That's bold. I like that. That's what we need, man. We need some bold stuff going on out there. Holy crap, what is this? Oh, damn. Here, let's take a look at this, guys. Cool. While I'm on Twitter, here we go. Check this out. Talking about avalanches. Check this. It says can travel faster. Tons. Look at that. Look when it hits that ridge. Boom. Oh, damn, Will. I forgot to send you the link, did I? Gosh, dang it. Here.
Oh, God.
Oh, God.
Oh, dear God.
Yeah. When I saw that coming, I think I would have taken cover a lot quicker than what he did. There you go, Will. Man, I forgot I did. I thought I sent you the link. My bad. Man, it got me all going, man. Talking SpaceX. I totally forgot. Hmm. Just looking at some more stuff here. See what we got. Ooh, shh. Los isn't going to like that one. Okay, I think that's what we're. Let's see. You're not in here yet, there, Will. Link, here comes. No, I emailed Will the link. I'm not. I'm just seeing else we got out there here, guys. Okay. I think that should be good enough for now. Anyways, but like I said, guys, when you're watching the news, careful what you listen to. Just kind of understand what the actual process is, what the process is of what SpaceX is trying to do.
Oh,
Hey, what's up, Will?
what is with my sound? What the? Oh man.
You good?
Bueno.
Can you hear it? Can't hear me?
Oh, I F this up. I F this up. I did F this up.
I think he's having some sound issues. Can you hear me? Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
think you can hear me. Can you hear me? All right. Yeah. But again, like I said, this is all testing. Look, there was no payload. There was nothing. They're testing the vehicle. They want to get it to the point of where they are want it to become fully functional. You got to go through testing. Remember, this is only its third launch. That's it. This is the third launch. Oh, thanks. Yeah. Thanks, Andrew. Appreciate it. Yep. Did 21 years. Matter of fact, I think I told you I was stationed in Germany. I was able to spend over, I think, what was it? We spent 10 days in the UK. We stayed on base, as a matter of fact, at Mildenhall. And we would drive to Cambridge and then take the train on into London. And then, man, I tell you one thing I love about London. You hop on the tube, it puts you damn near exactly where you want to go. Loved it there, man. That was so beautiful. We were there I'm trying to remember what month we were there. March. We were there in March. It was beautiful. Can you hear me?
Round dose.
Good.
Got you.
All right.
Leave me Charlie, my friend.
Awesome.
Well,
But yeah, spent over a week in London. Loved it there. Then we also spent 11 days up in the Highlands. We stayed in Inverness. Stayed in a hotel there, and it was the Inverness is the perfect place to kind of make your base of operations to go see all the Highlands. And oh my God, we were there in August, right? And you real quick to get on this real quick. We'll get back to SpaceX here, Will.
Mm-hmm.
When you think of Scotland, you think of green, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you something right now.
It's not really green. It's a lot of gray.
Scotland was the brightest green. I've never seen green like that before in my entire life. We lived in Germany at the time, right? And it was pretty green, right?
Okay.
But when we went to Scotland, and this is, mind you, this is in August. It was so freaking beautiful, man.
Like
so
springtime?
Beautiful. Oh, I loved it there, man. God, man, it was amazing.
They have a town out there north of Nevada called Inverness.
Do they? There's an Inverness, California.
Inverness,
huh?
yeah, that's actually where JFK used to stay back in the day.
Interesting.
And that's a beautiful area, wonderful area, right there on the water. There's a little bay inlet. I don't know what they call that bay there, but man, it is nice.
Oh, all I know is it was just absolutely fantastic. We went to all the different castles, went to the William Wallace Memorial because I love the whole Braveheart thing, but I love the history of it too, not just the movie. The movie is great. It's not, all historically accurate, of course. Went to the battle of Culloden was.
Oh shit.
That's where the Jacobites met their demise against the English. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, and then we went all the way to the east. We went to Isle of Skye. Oh my God, dude! I'm gonna tell you something right now. I would move there in a heartbeat.
Yeah, we had
wasn't-
some of our team, and when we played rugby, we had a group of guys go over to Scotland for a little clinic for a while. We did a clinic in Ireland and did one in Scotland. I never went to the Scotland one, unfortunately.
Man, if you ever get a chance, I'm telling you, but go to the Highlands. Don't get me wrong. There's still beautiful areas there in the lowlands where, Edinburgh and Glasgow. But the Highlands is where it's at. It is so just awesome. And the people are so awesome, man. So awesome.
Hey, what's
It's
up,
funny.
man?
The first I rented a car, right?
Yeah.
And it was a standard. But I had to sit on the right-hand side. So not only did I have to learn how to drive on the right-hand side of the road, I also had to know how to shift with my damn left hand.
Yeah, that's a little funky.
The clutch was still your left foot.
Right.
Oh, you want to talk about weird, dude? When the issue I had
I don't know if I could do that.
I'd cook. There was time when I go first to second was fine, but there was times when I tried to go to third and actually go over to fifth because I would just went too far because my left hand isn't adjusted to that. You know what I'm saying? And vice versa when I wanted to go down to go from if I wanted to go down from fifth to fourth, I'd accidentally go to third. Oh, it was a mess.
Oh man.
But I figured that wasn't that. It didn't take that long. And it's weird because you got to merge from your left instead of merging. I was in the roundabouts. Yeah.
I tell you what, if you ever have a chance, watch the Scottish rugby team. Watch their national anthem, "The Flower of Scotland."
Oh yeah.
Oh my God, that'll send chills down your damn spine.
Oh, absolutely.
They are into it. And yeah, the Six Nations Cup. Hell yeah, man. Scotland is a great team.
Oh,
now
yeah.
I'm a little prejudiced to Ireland because I don't look like it. But
I got a little bit Irish in me as
I
well.
happen to be a little bit Irish myself. So, but isn't that weird, man? Could you admit? I oftentimes I wonder what people think when they see me. Like, oh, I've got this guy named William I'm talking to, and they turn on their Zoom camera. Oh, there's this guy. You know what I'm saying?
What island of Ireland you from?
Excuse me. What the hell?
Is
You got
there
an
an island in the
Anglo-Saxon last
Pacific?
name, but what are you exactly? Well, don't get me wrong, I am Anglo-Saxon, but it just happens to be one gene takes over the other a little bit more. Oh man, I wish I got to play Scotland. The best I ever got.
Not every man really lives. There you go, D-Shot.
Damn
Love
right,
that movie.
dude.
Love
Played
that movie.
Canada. We played against your team, Glenn. We played against Canada.
Oh.
That was fun. That was a lot of fun. Canada's cool.
But real quick, we only got like 30 minutes before I got to get off to get over to NorCal. How about that show real quick yesterday? How was that, huh?
Hey, so did I hear this correctly? He wants to join the fantasy team?
Yes, he does.
Holy dog.
Yes, he does.
Okay,
He said, yeah, he
okay.
wants to play. So there we go. We'll get into that on NorCal for sure, man.
Definitely.
Maybe Dan, you out there, man? You got to play.
Yeah, we got to seal this one up. We got to start drafting here pretty soon.
Yeah, I'll talk to. Matter of fact, let me send this. Hey, real quick though, what'd you think of that whole SpaceX IFT-3?
Oh, we got Glenn too. Don't forget Glenn. Glenn wants in too.
Oh,
Glenn.
Okay.
So replace my buddy with Glenn. My buddy's got some.
Let me see where the hell I got
kidney
this.
issues at the moment. He really can't do too much.
Where the hell? Fantasy baseball.
Now we
Who
got
did I put the Mart Foundation? Who the hell is that? Who Martinez instead of the Hart Foundation. So Wilby's friend is gone, and I'll put in Glenn.
Put in Glenn. Nick, do you want in? I think Nick wanted in too. If I remember correctly, if we need some other people.
We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Who wanted in? Nick, did you want in?
I think Nick wanted in. I think you said you wanted in.
Nick wants to, yeah. But Nick's been a dedicated guy here. Yep. I don't know if we're going to do it for money yet. It's either going to be $50 or it's going to be free. I'll put you in there, Nick. Nick C. There we go.
Good old Nick in there. Yeah, I remember Nick saying he wanted in.
Yeah, okay.
Is
cool.
Robert doing okay? By the way,
I got Robert D in there, yeah.
Robert, I hope he's doing well. I know his sister, the whole thing was pretty gnarly. Hope he's doing fine.
I don't have your number, Glenn. Dan has to give that one to me. Or if you come into the show and you type into private chat, you could give it to me and no one else will see it except for
just do the private chat thing. Yeah,
yeah.
Don't make sure it's not on.
But he has to come in here and
right
on the show. But anyways, back to SpaceX, man. How about that, man?
Dude. I mean, no, I tell you what, man. This is what we grew up before, right? I mean, we grew up in the kind of like on the twilight of the space age, so to speak. This is what we wanted to see, man.
Mm-hmm.
This is what I mean. Can we please, again, I say it once more, can we go to Mars before we freaking die? I mean, can we do that? I mean, seriously, let's go.
I know.
And honestly, the worst part about it is it's not even NASA. It's a private company.
Yeah, how about that?
I mean, it just...
Isn't that fantastic? And that's something that I can respect. The guy puts the money where his mouth is. The dude is spending. Don't get me wrong; he's getting government money too. I get it, but he's also spending billions of his own money.
And what he's also doing, he's doing it smartly too. He's doing it the wise way. He's not doing it by anybody else's rules. He's getting it done, you know,
He
and
gets it done.
congratulations. Hey, that was a full candle right there we saw.
Yeah.
That was a full candle. I mean,
that was awesome. And they were able to get stage step. The ship was able to continue on without blowing up.
Yeah, and that thing is able to land by itself. Are you
They almost did
serious?
it. If it relit those engines, it would have been able to do a soft landing.
Oh my god!
You know what's gonna be? You know where I'm really gonna lose my mind is when that thing comes in between the chopsticks and it catches the son of a bitch.
Oh, dude!
As soon as it does, I'll probably just fall over.
But already, just the platform alone is just so much more advanced than we've ever seen.
Oh, it's incredible!
This is incredible. I mean, could you imagine if Werner von Braun was still alive? He would probably be up there shaking his fist, clapping his hands.
Oh, absolutely
Happy as all hell to see where this thing is going.
And
that's what he wanted. He envisioned so much more for this country, and the only person that's able to take up the mantle and do better is freaking Elon Musk.
Yes.
You know.
The guy is, I mean, that's how I said it from in the very beginning. He epitomizes the American ingenuity.
He really does. I mean,
doesn't he?
If you look at the American dream, first of all, he's an immigrant alone.
Right
there.
There you go.
And he goes on. He's got PayPal. He's a founder of PayPal. He's a founder of Tesla. He's a founder of the Boring Company, the Solar City. I mean, the guy is just he's amazing. He's an amazing man. And
exactly. And think about it. Von Braun. The guy, he was an immigrant. Wow.
Well, he was kind of forced into that one.
Forced immigrant. He was a forced immigrant.
But the thing they had very much in common was kind of like the Willy Wonka-ness, if you will. They're the dreamers of dreams, right? They're the ones making the big dreams out there, and they're making it happen. They have the resources. They realize they have. Not only do they realize they have the resources, but they also have the clout to do all this as well. And they're putting it all together. That takes a lot of power and
you know what he's doing? You know what's
fortitude.
amazing? For example, SLS. You know what they're don't get me wrong, it's still a fantastic project, but guess what? They're using the same technology that's already been out there. Right. Elon is inventing, creating, engineering brand new stuff.
Yeah.
None of this stuff that's out there has had this is all brand new. It's experimental. Right. It's fantastic.
Everything he's done, even the spacesuits are his own designs.
Even the spacesuits are his own. Yep.
I mean, everything down to the wire really is just all his. This is not rehashed material. This is all brand new stuff.
Brand new. And look at this.
Yeah.
It's in it costs 10. Yeah. Well, yeah. It's not just NASA, man. It's just the government. I mean, you saw it when you were in the military. The cost of stuff was just absolutely ridiculous.
My God. I'll give you guys an example, and Glenn, you probably like this because you're a radio guy. To pay for airwaves, we would use how many towers would we use for an STX? Probably for a situational training exercise. What that means. We'd probably use about 5 cell towers. That costs you $1 million. That costs the U.S. government $1 million just to access that for 5 freaking days. It's ridiculous, man.
It's the same thing when I was in the Air Force. When you order parts for stuff, I mean, it's just the good thing is what we started going to though is we were sourcing stuff privately. That a lot of the parts that we were buying for whatever we had to repair, we had to source privately, which was cheaper. But
I remember
incredible.
I remember this one time. Speaking of just this upcharging BS they do on us, I had a Jindyne tech come out to replace a router that blew the hell up, and he pulled that thing out. He goes, "Hey, you know how much that cost?" I said, "No, throw it at me." He goes, $100,000. I was like, "Are you for real? $100,000 for a piece of plastic and a bunch of wires? Right on, bro. Cool.
There you go. Someone's getting paid.
Oh God, and it sure as hell ain't us.
No.
Wish it was. Wish it was.
What do we got here? We got
no,
something else?
That's the thing, Andrew. You can't trust that. I mean, unfortunately, you can't trust really anything that's American government involved or these days.
It's kind of sad, isn't it?
It really is, man. NASA used to be. Those guys used to be the SpaceX. They used to be SpaceX.
Yeah, they were it. They were in. That's what I'm saying. Is I mean, Me and you kind of saw it with the space shuttle. That was unique. That was
Right.
something that's never been done, was able to witness. It was
Yeah,
fantastic.
sure, that's
Matter of fact,
perfect.
I was able to see 2 shuttle landings at Edwards Air Force Base.
Oh,
It was
nice.
awesome. It was awesome. But I always wanted to be there during the Apollo, because that was just we went to the moon with that, you know.
I
And
know.
that's just,
I mean, those guys built all that on graphing paper and chalkboards. I mean, could you imagine?
a slide rule,
Slide
an
rule?
abacus.
Yeah, abacus. I mean, they literally did.
Right.
And it went there. I mean, my God.
You know, it was a really amazing how they were able to get the crew from Apollo 13 back. That
Yes.
was incredible. Hey, Glenn's got a good question. Maybe a stupid question. I don't truly understand. If we send astronauts to outer space, to the moon, how do we communicate with them? Just like it is here. The only problem is it takes a lot longer.
Yeah, they're using line of sight communications at that
Yep.
point.
You have
When
to
they
have
go behind
satellite dishes.
Right. When they go behind the moon, there's no communication.
No, they lose communication. And also you got different NASA has different satellite dishes all over the globe to continually contact when it's, because of course the Earth is always spinning. So they got to have a means to be able to contact. Matter of fact,
Now,
check
what kind
this
of
out, guys.
what kind of software they use, I don't know, but we would when I was in Signal Corps, we would call that an LOS system, line of sight. Good old line of sight.
You guys might want to check this out. This is really freaking cool. All right, here you go. You guys are interested in this kind of stuff. Here you go, Glenn. I'll kind of answer your question here a little bit. There's a website out there called the Deep Space Network. Okay.
Oh, there we go.
What you could do, you could see what all these antennas are communicating with. And you got satellites in Madrid, Goldstone, which is, if I'm not mistaken, in Arizona, right? I think, or New Mexico. And then Australia. And it tells you which ones are communicating. As you can see, these 5 aren't communicating. This one's communicating with Lucy, and it will tell you what Lucy is here. Lucy, usually they give you, here you go, view the spacecraft. There's the spacecraft. That's the antenna right here that is communicating with this spacecraft. And then you got I didn't want to do that. Here you go. There's Goldstone. Yeah, it is Arizona.
Oh man, this looks very familiar.
Madrid, and then Canterbury. As you see, they're different locations. So as the Earth is rotating, they can still communicate. This is JWST. Guess what that is? James Webb Space Telescope. There it is.
I'm using military acronyms.
Yeah. And you could see how it's communicating. View the antenna. That's what's communicating with the James Webb Space Telescope to get those fantastic images from out there in the middle of space. This one's working with I don't know what this is, the Korea Pathfinder Lunar Orbit. Oh, okay. So they're helping out with Korea.
Yeah.
It's got this is navigating the moon.
I'm
and
then kind of reliving some of my my military days through this right now.
This is fantastic. Okay, so you got these two. Which you could see how active it is by the wave that it's going. Mm-hmm. As you can see, what this is the sun observation satellites. There's 2 of them. And what they do is they monitor the sun to make sure if there's some type of mass, corona mass ejection, CME,
yeah. Mm-hmm.
They pick it up so then they can let us know, hey, get ready to get nuked by a bunch of freaking radioactive
microwave.
But yeah, check that out, guys. If you guys are interested in that kind of stuff, it's called the Deep Space Network. It's pretty cool.
That is really cool. We used to, when you have when you're working on a satellite terminal, when you log into your computer there, you'll have just like you showed there, all hemispheres of the Earth.
Mm-hmm.
And the current DoD satellites that are over top. It's really interesting stuff.
Oh yeah,
really
those are just the deep space. In other words, those are the ones that are further out in space.
Yeah, exactly.
Not the ones that are quote unquote low Earth orbit.
Yeah.
I don't know how they're able to launch some of this stuff without hitting some of these damn satellites. To be honest with you, there's so many.
Well,
Amazon's going to get ready to start sending up their constellation.
There's a name for the event that if one satellite hits another and it just goes to a cascading effect. What is that called?
Oh, you got to be careful.
It was in that movie called Gravity. Which also is a pretty good movie with Sandra Bullock.
Oh, okay. But you got to, I mean, especially with the International Space Station.
Oh, yeah.
Remember, the skin on the International Space Station is not.
Yeah, one of them
nothing.
had a little bit of a little freak out there and drilled a hole in the damn thing.
Yeah, I know. Not today, Aaron. I was going to do it, but not tonight. I'm going to have to probably do that next week because I totally forgot about SpaceX doing their the rocket launch. Sorry about that, man. But yeah, I definitely will hit Vietnam next time. Matter of fact, goodness gracious, I'm going to have to get ready to shut this down because we got NorCal Sports Network. Get ready to come up. Oh, damn, I meant to. Did I? I don't think I sent that text. Let me get that out real quick.
Damn show would be interesting. There's a lot of talk about there. In fact, that'd be a lot of fun. Let me see here. We got in the old.
Just sending this quick message.
That's a great question, Glenn. I'm not sure who regulates all. They just got. Do you know who regulates where the satellite traffic is? I mean, is there like a governing
FAA?
body?
I think actually does it. I'm guessing. I don't know.
That's what I would guess too. Some local.
They're the ones that do. They do the flight license for all the spacecrafts to launch.
Right.
So I'm guessing that's what that's what I'm guessing.
Andrew Bill's got the outer space treaties. What Andrew says.
Could be. Yeah. There's probably treaties. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, just like they have on Antarctica and whatnot.
Yep. All right, guys. I'm gonna get ready to shut this down. Thanks for coming. I totally forgot to send you the link.
It's all good, man.
I said I was gonna send it. I started getting into it. I totally forgot. But yeah, guys, head over to NorCal Sports Network. We're gonna be firing up over there here in about 15 minutes. Talk more Giants. Should be fun. So catch us over there. Next time, I'm not sure when I'm gonna go. Probably next week sometime. Hey, you bet, Glenn. We try to, we like to get deep, but I don't want to get so deep where I'm just talking over people's heads. I don't like doing that. I mean, I don't know enough about. I'm not no damn space scientist or anything, or what are they, rocket scientist. But I know enough to, be interested in it.
Later, Glenn. I'll be in the chat.
All right, sounds good. Andrew, we'll see you over there. Glenn, we'll see you over there. I'm sure we'll see Aaron. Nick, hope to see you over there. Val Ramos, we'll hope to see you over there too, guys. All right. Again, thanks for joining, and we'll see you guys on the next one.
Peace.
See ya.